Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of RV Business Capital Talk, sponsored by Eric Sell. From RV Business, we have Sherman Goldenberg, and I'm Rick Kessler. And joining the two of us this fine afternoon, we have Chaun Avery-Brown. Chaun is with Ford Trucks. More specifically, she's involved with the customer experience for Ford Trucks. And Chaun, we're so happy to have you join us. It's been a while since we've had Ford in our news, so we appreciate you coming on.
Awesome. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, Chaun's here today to talk to us about Ford Towing Bootcamp. Relatively new program. I think you're going to have your third such event next month or later this month, excuse me, at the North Carolina RV Dealers Association Consumer Show. That's August 20 through 24, 22 through 24, I believe. Like I said, this is the third one. You had one in Dallas for Funtown RVs show, and then I think previously you were at another North Carolina show. Is that right?
Absolutely. This is our third one, and hopefully many more to come.
Okay.
Without Chaun, without us going through all the questions, what is it? What is this that we're talking about? This boot camp?
So, what people can expect from a boot camp towing experience is, I often direct people to our website, which is fordtowingbootcamp.com, because it really tells a story where men and women, young people, we see widowers, seasoned towers, and couples all leave the experience with all their questions answered, and they feel empowered to bring their recreational vehicles and other toys with them on life's journey. And how Ford Pro Trailer Backup and Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, how they work. In our owners, they refer to that as the button, right? How they can save time and enhance their ownership journey relative to towing. So this is really about teaching people and bringing the vehicles and trailers to where the people are and helping them learn how to become better at towing.
Chaun, you have several different levels of this boot camp, correct?
Yes. Yes, we are offering four different levels at the boot camp or four different options. And, this is really unique because I'm not sure that any other manufacturer is doing any training like this. But what our guests leave with is, first of all, it's towing 101, which is the fundamentals, right? So they start in a classroom setting, which is centered around mastering the basics and becoming a towing authority, understanding towing technology, and terms, even terminology, right? And then we also introduce in that classroom setting Ford's towing technical tools, which are digital tools called the Ford Towing Calculator and Towing Demystified, which can be found on Ford.com, where owners can determine exactly how much their Ford vehicle can tow. Or if they're in the market and they're at an RV dealer and they want to figure out which RV they should be purchasing, they can also use those tools to determine which truck they need to buy or which RV can be towed with the truck that they currently have. So we start in the classroom and we introduce some of those things. We talk about weight ratios and some of those other things that are super important from a safety standpoint. And then we move to talking about our technology, which I mentioned
Hmm.
earlier, which is Ford Pro Trailer Backup and Pro Trailer Hitch and Assist. And we do a demo for them. So we have a CDL driver who actually sits in the vehicle, points out the technology, and shows them how they can actually use that technology to make towing easier than ever. And then, really, like I said, gaining the knowledge about the mystery behind the button in our tow capable vehicles. From there, owners have the opportunity to go and do a hands on trailer backup experience. So, what I just described that the CDL driver does and shows them, they actually get to sit in the seat, get in the truck, and back up and hitch. And we teach them how to do that manually or give them pointers and tips if they already know how. And then we show them how to do it really easy with the technology that I mentioned. And then last but not least is the what we call the ultimate towing experience, where they actually not only get in the vehicle and learn how to back up and hitch, they actually get out and tow. So it's closed course driving where they get to hone their skills with a personalized, like I said, certified CDL instructor. So, owners or non-owners can choose to participate in any of these or all of these.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Rick. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm just going to remark that's very comprehensive.
Yeah, that so this being what, the North Carolina uh, deal being the third, you were telling
Yes.
me. Um, so it still would be described as a new program for Ford?
Absolutely. And let me give you a little background on why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
So
please.
in our team, we listen to our owners, and our goal is to solve any pain points that they have in their ownership experience and figure out how we can help enhance it for them. So our owners tell us, about 35% of them, that they want to learn how to tow an RV or boat, jet skis, other miscellaneous recreational items, but they don't know how to get started. And even if they have some general knowledge, or even if they're a super experienced expert tower, they're not familiar with how to use the towing technology in our vehicles. And oftentimes, when they ask questions, they get partial answers. So I talked about a little bit of the digital tools that we have on Ford.com, but a physical in-person towing boot camp really helps solve this pain point and empowers our owners and others to go out and be confident and safe while they're enjoying the world in their RV.
When if people go to fordtowingbootcamp.com, you're going to see a good explanation of a lot of what you just talked about. But you're also going to see who those instructors are, who those experts are. And if you don't mind me saying it, it was kind of nice to see that they look like real people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what we've learned and what from our owners and from going to Raleigh and going to Dallas is that the fabric of this country, there's no demographic of person who tows. It's real American people that
Yeah.
get out and they like to enjoy the world in their RVs. And we wanted to make sure that we had real life CDL instructors, not someone who's teaching in a classroom all the time, but that are out and living this lifestyle as well, so that they can really give our participants a clear view and an honest view on how they can be better at towing and more safe at towing.
Go ahead, Sherm.
I'm reminded, and you probably know this, Sean, that Ford certainly before the pandemic played a major role in this industry. I mean, visibly, I mean, PR. They all
Hmm.
have always played a major key role as a supplier, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. And we used to have a guy named Jerry Mittman from Ford who was on the board of directors of the Recreation Vehicle Industry Association, and day in day out people in in our magazine as well. And so I can't tell you what a pleasure it is, um, just speaking directly to somebody from that automaker, and we appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And thank you for that acknowledgement. And, as Ford's a big company and we all work in our little spaces, and sometimes we have to go find each other to intersect. And, I did have some opportunity to actually talk to some of the folks from RVIA
Good.
just a couple of weeks ago. So it's really heartwarming to hear that, we're connecting again
Yes.
um, with Towing Bootcamp.
We look forward to it.
All right, Chaun. So I'm, let's say I'm Joe Consumer and I'm interested in an RV, maybe a travel trailer, and happen to have a Ford truck. Don't know much about it because I haven't towed anything with it yet. But I see you've got this boot camp coming up. What do I do? And what should I expect?
Just go to fordtowingbootcamp.com, choose your sessions, and sign up right through the website. I would suggest that everyone watch the testimonials that are there. That came directly from our last trip to Raleigh, where owner said, I love Ford and Ford's going to be there. So I just signed up. I didn't know what to expect. I would have brought my fishing buddy, um, or I would have brought my son or my wife even, had I really understood what was going to happen today, and really get some ideas on, how to best learn what you need to learn specifically at this boot camp. But this boot camp is for everyone. Again, I reiterate, regardless if you've been towing for 20 years or you just, you got a trailer, or you're going to buy a trailer, or you're going to buy an RV, or you have aspirations later, or if mom and dad always drive and now the 21-year-old son wants the opportunity to be able to be a part of that experience, then this is for all of us.
Well, let me,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I keep butting in on you here. What?
Well, I don't think it's a terrible secret to say that, it's okay to say this. There's a lot of RVers on the roads who probably aren't equipped to tow safely. So this boot camp is a major step in the right direction to get everybody to be just a little bit safer out on the road. I mean, gosh, every day, at least my algorithms, I'm getting fed all kinds of pretty bad accidents involving people towing an RV. So kudos to you, kudos to Ford for putting this together. I think it's really only going to help, period.
And I think one of my lingering questions is, so this is a program that people can participate in virtually, digitally, but also if they happen to be at one of these events, it's in person, right?
So there's a couple of things there, Sherman. One, from the digital experience, we have videos. So we have some YouTube channels out there that house our towing resources, and there's about 12 different resources where you can watch what's actually happening, how to use the button, get some towing tips. A lot of our curriculum that we filmed like little snacks for, as I'll refer to it. So that's one way that people can learn. But coming and doing it in person is the other piece, and that's at Ford Towing Bootcamp. And as I mentioned, we're on our third pilot, or as we talked about for this year. We want to expand into 2026 and bring it to more of the shows, the super shows. Get as we and we're as we each iteration after we actually do a boot camp, we're listening. Like, we survey the people that come, we survey other industry folks who are watching what's happening, and we make changes, and we revamp the program or do things a little differently the next time based on what we're hearing. So this is, we started as a scrappy little test out in Arizona last year, and this thing has grown into something that we now realize every day, and with each one of these conversations, that this is needed. This is needed in the industry, and we're proud to be leading it.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Should we cut her some slack here? And do you have any more relevant questions, Rick?
Well, you mentioned you're going to expand this to other venues, to other shows. Looking forward to that list when it does come out. But as of right now, the show in North Carolina is the next one. That's end of August or mid-August. Any others beyond that yet, or we're still putting that together?
We are still putting it together, and I hope to be able to announce maybe one more really fun thing that we'll do this year before we announce our 2026 plans.
All right, very good. We'll look forward to publicizing that for you. Otherwise, just go to FordTowingBootcamp.com. Chaun, thank you.
And thank you
so much.
Yep.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Okay.